Hey fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is going to be your weekly tarot reading. The messages are general, so they may not necessarily resonate with everyone watching. If you are after a personal reading, feel free to reach out and inquire. My email address is going to be listed just below the video. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what messages are coming through. Okay, it's interesting that you have the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. That has come up in reverse here. You may feel really weighed down and just burdened by certain situations or certain circumstances or just certain things that are going on in your life right now. Okay, and you might be keeping it to yourself, which is why maybe you feel this burden. Okay, because you may need to share it with someone to help lighten the load. Yeah, I'm just getting a strong message that it may just be a huge relief for you to, you're harboring something here. It could be a secret, you could be sitting on some information. You may have been taking on a lot more like responsibilities or just taking on a lot more, and you're bothered by this. And it might help you just to sort of share it with someone, open up, so that these connecting energies around you could help you with the load. If you are going through some things financially, or if you're going through, like for example, you may have had to take on extra work, increased responsibility, for a higher paycheck, or to prove yourself. I just feel like you might be going through some sort of challenging time, but understand that it's only temporary. Okay, so whether it applies to like relationships, your finances, careers, or just anything personal, and I feel like you're doing what you have to do. Okay, so you're doing what you have to do, but at the same time it doesn't mean that you have to completely exhaust yourself in the process. It doesn't mean that you have to completely be weighed down by whatever this is, and it doesn't mean that you have to just completely like deplete your energy. Okay, so I know you're doing what you have to do, but there are things that maybe you could go about it differently, basically. Definitely try and make a little bit more time for yourself, because I feel like emotionally I feel like maybe you're feeling a lot of burnout. Maybe you're spending, it's like you're spending too much time and energy doing like all these things, and like for example, maybe you're spending a lot of time and energy at work, but your relationships might be missing out. Okay, it just feels like, yeah, you need to maybe, you're pushing yourself. Some of you are pushing yourself way too hard that it almost feels like it's exhausting. Honestly, it feels like it's exhaustion, or it feels like it's, you're on the verge of a breakdown, on the verge of a collapse. There's also something that I feel like you need to let go of. So for some, maybe it means like offload, okay? For others, it means like maybe you have to let go of stress. Like you might be holding on, like you might be putting on too much pressure on a relationship right now, or on some sort of situation, or you could be putting way too much pressure on yourself. So let go of that, right? You could also find that some of you might be struggling to connect with the romantic energy, and therefore you're really picking up on this. You're picking up on the fact that you're able to connect with someone here. You know, maybe you just feel like chemistry is lacking, or you're just really struggling to connect with someone emotionally. And what you're doing, okay, what you're doing in the process is you could be really like extending yourself, or rather overextending and over applying yourself. Like you're putting in a lot of your energy and a lot of your time and effort into this relationship or this connection or this friendship. And I don't know that you're getting the same back in return, to be honest with you. Okay? I feel like there's someone here that might not be matching or paralleling your actions, your energy, your time, resources, or the effort that you're putting into this relationship. And you might not be aware that you're doing so much. Okay? And I feel like, you know, you're doing it because you're overcompensating for someone's lack of energy and for someone's lack of efforts. Okay? How someone treats the relationship is, you know, the actions they take and how someone treats the relationship is a reflection of how they feel about the relationship. So I'm not saying that this person isn't into you, or this person into, you know, isn't into, connecting and building a relationship, but maybe, you know, you're just a little ahead of, you know, your feelings are a little bit more advanced than they are. Or maybe you just need to, you know, take a step back so that this person can step forward. Okay, so you kind of need to, there's something here where I feel like you're doing too much. And be careful, because you could also be, you know, in constantly over giving and over applying yourself, this person could just, you could just fall into this sort of habit where, you know, instead of you bringing it to this person's attention, you just fall and slip into this routine where you start overcompensating for someone's lack of action, lack of actions, or lack of effort. Be careful that doesn't happen. Okay? As for the rest of the messages, I feel like things are looking pretty good for you. You've got the Sun card, and I think it's, honestly, I feel like with the Sun card, it's a reminder for you to connect to your inner child. Okay, I feel like there's a lot, there's a lot of positivity, and there's a lot of energy that is coming in, especially after a period where you felt like you've had little energy and where you felt very fatigued. And by the way, if some of you feel this way, then yes, you know, you could be doing too much. You could be taking on way too much at work, you know, working longer hours, more responsibility. But you could also be, just check your like vitamins, vitamin levels. You could be low on something, right? Especially, yeah, if you just feel like drained all the time. Because after a period of what feels like, you know, over being overburdened and exhausted, you then have the Sun card, which is energy and which is vitality, and it's just, you know, like it's, you're radiating, and it's positivity here. But it's also a reminder to connect with your inner child. Okay, like there is this flow of energy that is coming into your life and into a relationship and a situation that is just going to bring in happiness. Okay, and it's going to put you in a position where you're radiating with joy. Children might have something to do with this. For some of you, it could be that you might find out that you are pregnant. You might find, or you might find out that a very close connecting person, like a close connecting energy, is pregnant. Okay, I just feel like children come into this very strongly. For some of you, it could be that you need to embrace your inner child. Okay, you need to, you know, maybe you might need to lighten up. Maybe you might need to lighten up about a certain situation, or just, you know, learn to have a little bit more fun with things. But I feel like things are going to be picking up for you, and I just feel like there's a lot more energy here. There's a lot more, like, you have a lot more energy, and you have a lot more passion here in your energies. And you've got this glow around you. For some of you, you're glowing, so it could have something to do with maybe a pregnancy, or it just could have something to do with the fact that you're happy. You're finally stepping into a space in, like, you're stepping into a space or a phase of your life where you just feel like happiness. You feel happiness, you enjoy, you feel like you're in a good place. The sun, along with the Ace of Swords, brings in a message for you guys. And the message is that there's something here that you've been waiting for. It's like some of you have been waiting for things to get better, and they will. And they will. They will be getting a whole lot better. So remember how I said whatever this is temporary. It's going to pass. You just have to stick it out. Okay? Whatever this is, it will pass. You just got to stick it out. And the Sun and the Ace of Swords is bringing in a message that, things are about to get so much better. And a situation is about to improve, whether it's a financial one, whether it's a romantic, or whether it's a friendship or some sort of situation here. And you're full of energy here, and there's also abundance. I feel like there's abundance flowing to you. So, if that's the case, now might be a really good time to, I know some of you might be going through something difficult, especially financially. I know you might be going through a difficult financial period. And sometimes, when you're going through something difficult, it can be really hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel, okay? But that's why it's so important for you to keep the faith. That's why it's so important for you to trust that things will get better, because they will, ups and downs. This is the natural rhythm of life. A lot of you are manifesting a lot of abundance into your life. There's this beautiful flow of energy, a flow of abundance, a flow of wealth. There's also a lot of confidence. I feel like things are working out. Things always work out. Okay, maybe not right away, but things eventually always work out. And I think you're stepping into an energy where like your heart chakra is opening up. You're a lot more open. Like it's almost like there's like this light around you. Okay, you're radiating energy. Some of you are expressing yourself in a very big, powerful way. Okay, some of you, because of this openness, you're going to be reconnecting with someone or something. Some of you could be going back to something that you love, or something that or someone even that you once loved. Okay, you could be reconnecting with an old flame. You could be reconnecting with something that you loved to do, like it was a passion when you were a child. Like, for example, some of you really love to draw and you gave that up, but you're going to go back to it, okay, as part of this journey that you're on, as part of this like this journey, this spiritual awakening, and just this stepping into a positive chapter, stepping into a beautiful, into a beautiful new transition. I feel like that you're connecting with people and things that bring you joy, that bring you happiness, and you're not questioning that either. And the Sun is a very energetic card, and I see that there is an increase in energy, an increase in abundance, an increase in like positivity as well. There's good health. There's a lot of there's good health. So if your health hasn't if you haven't had the best health lately, your health is improving. If your finances haven't been very good lately, they're improving. If relationships have suffered lately or struggled, they will be improving too. Okay, you're letting go of worries, you're letting go of concerns, and because I feel like you're attracting this energy, because I feel like, especially after a period of what feels like, it's what feels like a heavy energy, what feels like worrisome and concern and fear, you're letting go of that energy. You're letting go of that energy. You grew through what you went through, and you're embracing positivity, you're embracing more energy here, and you're a lot of you could be taking on, like, embracing and connecting with your inner child. You could be going back to something you love to do. You could be going back to who you were when you were a child, which was carefree and just having fun and just getting lost in the hustle and the bustle of everyday life. You you're just enjoying yourself. I just feel like you're having a good time. You're enjoying the people that you're with. Okay? You're enjoying what it is that you're doing. You could be stepping into a new role. But whatever it is here, I just feel like it has a very big connection to who you were, or the things that you loved as a child, or like as a young adolescent here. You're coming across, your energy is coming across as very confident, very optimistic here. And because of this energy, you know, I'm sure you heard the saying like attracts like. You're attracting situations and people and energies that resonate with yours. Okay, so if you're feeling good, you're attracting good. Okay, if you're feeling good about yourself, you're attracting people who are going to feel good about you too. If you're feeling good about your, you know, your intentions, your goals, you're going to be attracting more of that energy, and you know, and more, you know, abundance. If you're feeling very grateful for what you have, you're going to be attracting more abundance into your life. It's like, you know, you're stepping into an energy and you're attracting more of that energy. It's like to me it feels like you're radiating on, you're vibrating on like a higher disc frequency, and as a result you're picking up people that are, you know, tuning in on those high levels of vibrations, and they're responding to your frequency. But there is some sort of homecoming here. Now, for some, I just feel like you potentially could be reconnecting with someone from the past. You could be reconnecting with a childhood sweetheart. You could be reconnecting with an old friend who is pregnant, or will reveal to you they're pregnant, or they're falling pregnant, or they're trying to get pregnant, or who will surprise you and let you know that they already have a child. Um, some of you have been working on some sort of children's project and you've left it. You're going back to it. Some of you are going to be seeing your, I don't know, is it your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, or your friend's kid after some time? Because this feels like a homecoming. It feels like a home, like a reuniting with someone kind of energy. Or if it's not like, if it's not a child here, it's your inner child. Your inner child, you're embracing your inner child, and you're letting it come out to play. So going back to something that you really love to do as a kid, whether it's draw, you know, paint, I don't know, something that you really love doing, and you're coming back to it. And honestly, I feel like this is the happiest you've been in a long time. Whatever this connection is here, I feel like it's the happiest you've been in a very long time, if not ever. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching and listening. Please show your support to the channel by liking, sharing and subscribing. Bye for now.